Should get off. He's it. He's it. You've squashed it. You've squashed it. He's it. Oi. Oi. Leave. It's mine. It's mine. How's it going, buddy? Alright. Just walking up to the top here. Where is it? Where is it? It's mine. It's mine. If there's anybody there, hold on. I'll speak a wee bit once I get up the top of this hill here. Talk about a couple of things. Right, leave. A bear wants to get to the top here. I'll start talking about the title of this. Where is it? He's it. He's it. How you doing, Graham? Inspire, how he's doing? So, I'm just on my wee stroke at the top of this point here. How you doing, Bloody Stick and Water, AB, Canal, the Eye? No, any golf for me. Shane, how you doing? Riddle me this. Hey, come on, this way. Hey, come on. Just need to bear with me to get to my point here. And then Charlie Sweeney, Alfredo, Dardania, Andy, riddle me this, Mega Noob, Zeus Scott, how he's doing? We'll go up here and we'll watch some clouds going over the curvature of the earth, shall we? Here's your ball. He's it. You've squashed it. You've squashed it. Yeah. So we're coming up here, there's a trig point up here at the top of this. So, look across here. Does anybody actually think really that those clouds dropping behind the height of those hills because they've been over a curve? Really? Does anybody really honestly think that the clouds are dropping down behind the hills, which we know the clouds are higher? Anybody honestly think that the clouds, as they go beyond those hills, are dropping down, following the curvature of the ball? Well, this is the ridiculousness of these globe disciples. Right, so here we go, we're at the trig point. You can see the sun shining there, and the sun's there, already halfway, which appears to be going down, just like the clouds. People really try to tell you that things going off into the distance are dropping down because of the curvature of the earth. It's absolutely preposterous. Lunacy. Right? Everybody knows for a fact that the clouds are no dropping down to the curvature of the earth, but if you look over there, it appears that they are. That's just how it appears. That's not how it actually is. So what do we have? We have this constant obsession to play on visibles, optical phenomena. Right, that's all they've got. The real tangible world tells you that it's no curving, but this cult, this globe cult, wants to continually play on optical. Look at my observations. Look at me looking through a device that's not anywhere near as accurate as my human eye, and I'm going to assert and say silly things. I don't know if you can see these two towers, but there's two transmission towers away here in the distance that are in Bathgate. Run about Bathgate from where I am. Can anybody see them? Let me see, let me take this away just now. Man. I'm going to pull out my other camera so that I can zoom in and capture these. If you look just to the left of these 2 points here, there's two transmission towers away in the distance there that are in Bathgate. I'm just going to get my other camera out right now. Why is that no focusing when I zoom in? I don't know if this camera's picking them up. Just to the left of those treetops, they're sitting. Just bear with me a wee second to get my other camera out here and capture these. So I'm zooming in on them right now with the other camera. I can see them clear as day. Don't know if I'll be able to do this. Can you see them? See them? Doesn't matter, I've caught them on the other camera, so. Aye, so what am I want to talk about here? So, as I titled this video, now, starting to come to an understanding and realisation, separating the tangible world from the visible world, and how they've played upon the visible world to convince you that you live on a globe. Now, the way for me that it is that, and every single person, when you look at things like the celestial sphere, an imaginary concept that places the observer at the central point of the imaginary sphere, or dome if you like, because it's not a sphere that actually encases you, it's actually a dome. So as we circle in 360 degrees, the way our visual perception is that the floor comes up and the sky comes down. Okay? Now, because we've got hills over there in the background, it obscures, so it looks like the sky's going right down beyond it. The reality is that the sky and the ground can never meet each other. We know this, right? The sky and the ground are never meeting each other unless you get to the outer perimeters of where we are, and then I don't know what's there, right? But the way we see is like you're at the centre of your own little personal dome. So everywhere you look, it looks like the sky, and again, because you're on the earth, close to the ground, the sky has much more depth to it. So it comes down at a slope, a slighter slope, right? And it looks like a dome. You can do this at night time as well. So, for me, this is exactly what they've done. They've played on this. So they're taking the visual world, i.e. a human being and its perception, and how it sees the world from an individual standpoint. And anywhere you are, you look as if you're in your own little dome, right? So they mapped that out with the sky, travelling in their own little domes, right, and mapping it out. Now when you see an overview of something like a celestial navigation map, it's planar, okay? It's a rectangle. They show you the Mercator map, the map of the world, it's a rectangle. So we're using these things, but you can't see the full sky, you can't see the full plane beneath you, so you have to break it up. It's the same with that aeroplane. That aeroplane's maintaining its altitude. Now already in my little visual dome, it's starting to descend, or appear to descend to me. So a minute ago it was directly up above me. Now I'm angling downwards. It's not coming down, it's maintaining level flight all the way. It's just how we see it, same with that one taking off. It's climbing, but to me the further and further that goes, you can see that it's climbing from, you know, a straight side on view of it, but as it starts to go away from me, it's going to go into those clouds, right? It's going to look as if it goes down below those hills, right? So we know the Earth's no curving because we treat the Earth in the tangible world as a plane. That's how we construct. The tangible world tells us it's a plane, right? But when we're looking at the sky, it becomes a sphere, a dome. Not only that, you've got round eyeballs, you have round lenses. So if you took a protractor and placed the flat side in front of your face, in line with your nose. That's how you see. So when your level head is looking at the horizon, that's your 0 point, that's your 0 degrees. And then you have 90 going up the way. So when you're identifying something in the sky, you can see what degrees from the horizon it is and pinpoint your direction, your location, and where you need to go. Right? That visual dome, celestial sphere, has got nothing to do with the tangible world. It's based on the human perception and how it actually sees. That's it. So, when you've got morons that are telling you that those clouds over there, they must be following the curvature of the earth. No, they're not. If you were up there, you would see that they were clearly above the earth from that vantage point. But from here, they're going out of my visual field, my dome. They're leaving the vicinity of my visual dome. See, I often wonder this about the sun as well. Maybe need to start doing more observations, you know, because usually in the summertime, where am I here? The sun's going away over there, but yeah, there it's gone in that direction. Am I back? Right, I'm going to need to cut it short. I need to go and pick my daughter up. But just thought I'd have a wee chit chat while I was waiting. So, the sun, the luminaries, I don't know what they are. Nobody knows what they are. They're no tangible objects, you know. And again, me and Gav will be focusing on this and how they keep mixing up the tangible world, you know, from engineering principles, real world measurements, and trying to lace it in with the observed world. It's got to be a separation. So we don't know what any of these things are. I don't know what they are. I'm just as curious as everybody else. But I'm certainly not going to listen to human beings insisting and telling me. You know, look at those clouds just right at the top there. Right? If you were standing up there, you would see how high those clouds were. So if this is a problem with the globe, right? So if we identify that they're saying, right, that's things now going down over the curve of the earth, well, if I was to elevate from this point, my horizon should never be straight out in front of me. It must follow that curvature. I must be looking down at the horizon. Okay, that's just the geometry of a sphere that dictates that. There's absolutely no way for anybody to escape it. Yet if you were up there, you would see that you would see that it's just a plane extending out from your point, and then the clouds further away in your distance would look as if they were dropping down, because that's what happens in everybody's individual little dome. I don't know how much of the sky there is to explore, to be honest with you. For me personally, I'm beginning to think it's two parallels now. You know? We use navigating in the 2 dimensions, the longitude, latitude. It's all Cartesian box grid references we're using. Think about that now when you get to the outer limits. It's either infinite or it's finite. And if it's finite, you know, it'll be between 2 plates that are circles. It'll be between 2 parallel plates that are rectangles or squares. Is the side parallel plates that are rectangles or squares? Is the side walls flat? Are we in a cube? Are we in a square? Have these fuckers circled the square? If you go to the Mercator projection map, you can draw an oblate circle around the land masses. Take the north wall, so it's like a 4 wall, north wall, south wall, east wall, west wall. And if you encompass the land masses in that Mercator map, you've got an oblate circle. Just saying, you know. Aye. In that direction, if those hills weren't there, I could see the ocean. And the horizon at this altitude for me would be direct in my line of sight with my head levelled. That's impossible on a sphere. Absolutely impossible. Nobody's on a ball. It's just in their imagination. The only balls that are real and of any relevance to this whole topic are the two spheres that are in your skull. Okay, back to the car. So these trig points, we're going to have a look at this, you know, because the trig points will be aligned with other trig points, and you'll have equilateral triangles making that up. And it's a kind of calculus in order to kind of map out the area size of a landmass. So we'll be having a look at this. This was done well before fucking NASA and all that gumfrey bullshit, you know, started making up their fucking pish, right? Because you're applying these things and that understanding to a plane, not to a fucking sphere. Right, Bo, let's go. Come on. Let's go. Oh, look, the sun's went behind the curve of the earth. He's it. They're all planar. Even the sky, celestial navigation map is planar. It's just the way you see it. You know? You can pinpoint your location relative to where you are by what's closest to you and the angle it is. Once you've levelled and calibrated yourself or your instrument like the sextant, once it's calibrated level to the plane beneath your feet, then you can start looking for angles to celestial bodies. But how you see is like you're in a dome, you've got round eyeballs and you've got curved lenses. But we'll ignore all that. It doesn't matter. Right. Much discussions to be had on this. But again, I just want to reiterate it. You know, in reality, the sky and the floor are never meeting. Okay? So when they're trying to tell you that it's curving, you know, the ground plane's always going to be below your central point because the two things can never intersect. The sky can never intersect and the ground can never intersect. You're just always going to have that vanishing zone in the middle of the two parallel planes, right? That's the limit. Don't worry about it, one man, he's detector. Fuck the world. This is a problem. People just fucking say what you want to say, put out what you want to say, and fuck what anybody else has got to say about it. Fuck them. You're not here to impress or be accepted by anybody. Right? Exactly, man. I've seen the Basin model. Robert, I meant to get back to you, buddy. I've just been so busy. But aye, I mean, building scale models to accurately represent the Mississippi River over how many miles was it? You know, and how did they build it? That's right. They constructed it and engineered it from the level. You want more lessons in push? There's no such thing as a pulling force, you fud. Here's a lesson. Pulling's motion caused by pulling geese piece. Slightly beyond belief. Trust the planar principles. The tangible real world works on planar principles. Everyday reality works on the level. When we start looking through our eyeballs, it becomes the intangible, visible world. that you see through two spheres. Just make that distinguishment. Separate the two and learn how to separate the two. Then you'll start to identify where this globe cult and its deceptions are actually happening. So, look, I'm level with the trees. I'm level with the trees, and the braes in the background are below the height of the trees. Look, I mean, I'm level with them. I'm looking right at the tree, it's level. And the hills in the background are fell beneath them. Oh dear. Oh, somebody knows my full name. Oh, fucking whoop-de-doo. Genius. Inspector Gadget Extraordinaire. Yeah. How long did it take you to work that one out? You utter creepy clown, you. I only drive the motorbike up to the front door. I only show everybody where I fucking stay. I mean, you've got some wee fucking dick breath that thinks he's an investigative, you know, journalist, and he knows my name and all that, as if that fucking means anything. Fucking get to fuck. Exactly. Exactly, flat earth underground. They can come to the shed if they want, they can have a chin wag with me. Aye, they're more than welcome to join me. There we go. As we approach a parallel. See the parallel? See that liquid there? See that substance? The parallel. Apparently that bends at some unspecified scale, according to some lunatics. Look. Could I be wrong about what? Could I be wrong about what? Could I be wrong about the earth being a plane? No chance. I don't deny reality, I embrace reality. Push. No, in order to cause any motion on earth, you're required to push. You require a pressure in order to make something move. Are you stupid? A change in pressure. Go up. So get my seats nice and dirty. Right. Never mind fucking Miles. Never mind him. He's a absolute clowny a boy. Bob's Invasion Stream optical device. I'm just going to assert and make stuffs up and tell you that's the way it is. With all the tangible worlds are playing. You know? That's never going to go away. Look. The same height of the trees now again. Look at that. Look, the same height, I promise. The hills in the background are fell beneath. Oh dear. Anyway, I'm going to get my daughter. Cheers people. See you very soon.